Let's go, JSRA Top Star Racing. Star-studded field here tonight at the Tyrepower Manjimup Speedway. Off the pole, the 17 of Zach Favreau. Outside him, the 34 machine of Baxter Truchet. As inside him on the second row, the 37 machine of Teal Cuts. We'll start our position number 3. Australian number 3, the H-Sectoran Exhaust number 5 of Jesse Hammond. The Southwest Tree Safe number 81 of Oscar Amato will be out of P number 5, I believe. Outside him, our newly crowned Australian champion, all the way from Albany. Won it over Kingaroy early, only a few months ago. A WA top 3 there with our Australian title. Harrison Barris will start out of position number 6. The 89 of Jet Downs out of position number 7. The 32 machine of Kalen Cuts. And the 15 machine of Luke Bailey. And then off the back row, Wyatt Vandermeer, Riley Bain. And off the back of the bus, the 88 machine of Zachary Layton. In that beautiful looking Toyota Corolla. Just trying to find some sort of breeze in this tower. It's absolutely stinking hot up here. I reckon the next upgrade to the venue should be the PA tower. I reckon we should all get nice aircon and a regular supply of donuts wouldn't go astray here. Of course you can get ice cream and donuts from the main straight. Both set up down here near the PA tower. Definitely a good time for ice cream, that is for sure. Even a slushy. But we'll go green this time around. Zach Favreau, Baxter Truchet. Let's go Top Star Racing for Manjimup Economy Parts, KJB Industries. And we're off. Zach Favreau in front, Baxter Truchet gets the jump on that one. Jesse Hammond's going to make it 3 wide. Here comes your Australian champion. Truchet slides up in front. Hammond's going to run around the outside. That is why he's your Australian number 3. As they come through once again, Baxter Truchet fights back on the inside. Harrison Bears quickly up to 3rd. Jet Downs, one of the quick movers. As who will lead that number 1? Harrison Bears. Jesse Hammond will lead that number 1 for the Top Star G Sedans. Your Australian champion Harrison Bears will fight to the bottom side. He'll take the lead. Coming out turn number 2. Favreau gets untidy mid-pack. All good, all is well and ends well. So they come out. Jesse Hammond now do the chasing. Jet Downs on the outside of the 34 machine. As Bailey's going to come in and play this one as well. So Jesse Hammond doing all the chasing. Jet Downs make light work of Baxter Truchet. He'll move up in the 3rd position. As Hammond's going to have the run on the inside. Hammond will move back to the race lead. They'll do the switch. Harrison Barris will move back to the bottom. Great move from your Australian champion. So out in front, Harrison Bears for Jesse Hammond. Back to Jet Downs, back to Truchet. Luke Bailey back in the 5 position. Favreau and Amato having a ding-dong battle for 6th and 7th. But out in front, here's your Australian champion for I Right Signs. Harrison Barris out in front. Jesse Hammond chasing him down. Jet Downs back in the 3rd place from Baxter Truchet. Luke Bailey, Oscar Amato making a move underneath the bottom side of Favreau. Slight touch there, nothing in it, but out in front still. Our Australian champion, Hammond doing all the chasing, doing everything he can to try and run down that top spot. Gets a good run out of turn number 2. With about 4 laps left to go on this one. Hammond tails him in as they run into turns 3 and 4 once again. Harrison Bears will lead another lap. Jesse Hammond in the 5 car back in 2nd. The 89 machine of Jet Downs in 3rd. Hammond all over the back bumper of our Australian champion. Hammond's going to look to the bottom side now, running into turn number 3. Unable to make it stick now as they come in 3 and 4 once again. Out in front, Harrison Bears. Jesse Hammond back in 2nd place. Jet Downs, Baxter Truchet, Luke Bailey. The Cuts kids at the back of the field having their own ding-dong battle. Hammond tried to make the move again on the bottom side. Lap traffic will come into play in this one. How will Harrison do it? He does great following. Can he lead the way around lap traffic? With Hammond hot in his tail, Bain and Favreau having a good fight back in the field as well. Round the outside of the 88 of Zach Layton. But out in front, it's been all Harrison Bears. From Jesse Hammond, white flag this time around. Jet Downs, back to Truchet, Luke Bailey, Oscar Amo, Zach Favreau, Riley Bain, Wyatt Vandermeer, a pair of cuts. But put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen. Your Heat 1 winner for the Top Stars. Harrison Bears takes a win from Jesse Hammond. Jet Downs in the 89 should come home in third. Back to Truchet, Luke Bailey, Oscar Amato, Zach Favreau, Riley Bain, Wyatt Vandermeer. And the first of the cuts across the line will be the 32 machine of Kalen Cuts, followed by Teal Cuts. And Zachary Layton will tail out our finishers. Let's go Top Star Racing. This is going to be a fast, wild heat in this one. Off the pole, the Southwest Tree Safe. Top Star Designs number 81 of Oscar Amato. Outside him, our Australian champ, the Alright Signs. Harrison Barris, Jesse Hammond, Wyatt Vandermeer, Luke Bailey and Cuts will be off the next row. I do believe it's the 37 machine of Teal Cuts. Kalen Cuts and Jet Downs will start out of our fourth row. Riley Bain back to Truchet, and off the back, Zach Favreau. Under starters orders this time around. Let's go racing with the Top Star Junior Sedans, brought to you by Manjimup Connery Parts. Big move as the Cuts guys move up wide. So they come in this time around. Amato's going to lead him into turns 1 and 2 this time around. 3 wide across the raceway if you don't mind. Harrison Barris to the outside. Your Australian champion looking for a move. As Jesse Hammond's going to force the issue. Mato pushes up the raceway. So does Wyatt. So does Downs. Big touch. We go yellow. That could have been ugly. Apologies for a little bit of radio silence. We're just trying to sort the line up here in the tower. Kayleen doing an absolutely amazing job. Lap scoring, not the easiest, especially with junior stands, the way they pass, they each other out. So it'll actually be the 57 who was actually meant to be off the front row of that one, Riley Bain. He didn't get up for that start. He started off the back. So he's now had a chance. This is a life for him. Outside him, your Australian champion, Harrison Barris, 81 of Oscar Amato. The 20 of Wyatt Vandermeer, Jesse Hammond, and Luke Bailey will start out of your 5 and 6 position. A pair of Cuts, the 32 and 37 of Till and Kalen Cuts will be your next row. Then your final row will be Truchet and Jet Downs, and off the back, the 17 of Zach Favreau. So what a chance this has been for the 57 machine of Riley Bain. So this was 4 round. We'll go green this time around. Unfortunately, if anyone has probably penalised Oscar Amato the worst out of the one, he almost had a front row start. So let's see what can happen here. Your Australian champion, Harrison Bears, and Riley Bain off the front row. Amato and Vandermeer, Hammond and Bailey, and a pair of Cuts. And coming from the back, your Australian champion, captain, as we go through this time around. Cuts move up. They spread up this time around. Harrison Bears this time gets better at the dispatch. Amato goes around the outside of the 57, unable to make a stick at this time and moment. But they'll run it down the back straight. Oscar fights back on the outside. He's going to dive in for the second position. Able to do so, only so slightly. Jet Downs chopping and trying through. Round he goes, pushed by Bain. Great evasive driving from our Top Star Junior Sedans. The 57 gets into the rear quarter of the 81, pushed him down the main straight till he went around. So Harrison Bears on a single file restart will get the jump on this one. Back to Oscar Amato, Jesse Hammond, the 15 machine of Bailey. The Australia versus New Zealand team captain, Baxter Truchet in the 34 machine, in the Hobbs Engineering, number 34. Jet Downs and Wyatt Vandermeer, the 32 of Kalen Karts, Teal Karts, Zach Favreau, and unfortunately relegated to the rear for the last incident, the 57 machine of Riley Bain. As we get ready to go racing once again. Bit of a fun format coming up for the Proddies later in the night with a top shift pole shuffle. If you watched our last pole shuffle we had, we're going to run something very, very similar later in the night, but Harrison Bears will lead them away. Lights are green. Let's go. Harrison Bears gets a good shift. Amato all over the back bumper of our Australian champion. Hammond a little bit slow to get away. Amato's going to look to the outside as he comes through. He's going to duck, dive, dip and dodge. So they run it down the back straight with a clean set of heels. Harrison Bears out in front. Hammond back in third place. Can Oscar Amato do anything from there? Half been in the wars this heat race already. So they run through, but Harrison Bears out in front. Of course, these guys go soonly for your West Australian title, but out in front, Jesse Hammond makes the move now for second place. Oscar Amato slips back to third. With Luke Bailey doing some chasing. Here comes Baxter Truchet, but Hammond up in second. Can he run down our Australian champion? They go down to Haladam's corner, turn number one. Harrison Bears out in front, showing him why he's the Australian champion. Back to Jesse Hammond, back to Oscar Amato, Luke Bailey, Baxter Truchet, and Jet Downs is your top six in this heat race. Whole pack of Mirages, whole pack of Lancers, and then an Lonely XL at the back of the field. Of course, we lost the 88 of Zachary Layton very early in the piece. He's done for the night. So as they come through once again, out in front, Harrison Bears with Jesse Hammond, Oscar Amato, Luke Bailey. So if those guys spread them out, but the race at the back of the field, might I add, is 2 and 3 wide if you don't mind. Cuts gets under Vandermeer. Big push, what? Oh, looks like a flat tyre on the 20. His race will be run and done. About 3 laps left in this one here. So Vandermeer retired to the infield. Bailey makes his move on the bottom side of Truchet, and Amato can't make it happen. So the race in 3 group. Our leaders have got away. But Bailey's going to look on the backside. But out in front, Harrison Bears out in front from Jesse Hammond. Jesse Hammond closing that gap down lap after lap. With about 3 laps left to go in this one here for the Top Star Junior Sedans for the JSRA. So as they come through, Bailey's got the move under the underside of Amato, but Truchet's going to follow him through as well. So as they run it through, Bain gets underneath one of the cuts as he's looking like to get past a pair of cuts as Oscar Amato shuffled back to 5th. Absolute freight train from 3rd back. So as they come through once again, Harrison Bear Hammond now on the back bumpy. White flag next time around. 2 laps left to run. Here around the Tyrepower Manjimup Speedway for heat number 2 for the Top Star Junior Sedans. Can Hammond do anything? White flag this time around. He's all over the back bumper of Harrison Bears. Hammond keeps it down nice and tight. Can he do anything with it? All over the back bumper, but not enough to pass him. Baxter Truchet looks on the backside of Bailey. Little competition starting to heat up here in the final lap here in the Top Star Junior Sedans here. Brought to us by Manjimup Economy Auto Parts and KJB Industries. They run through lap traffic, may play a thing. Hammond's going to look to the inside. Has Harrison done enough? Looks like he's had heat 2 winning Harrison Bears. Back to Jesse Hammond. Luke Bailey, Baxter Truchet for 3rd and 4th respectively. Jet Downs, Oscar Amato and the 81 machine. Zach Favreau, Riley Bain. And a pair of cuts will tail out your finishers. Your non-finishers struggling to go the distance there. Wyatt Vandermeer It looks like a flat right front tyre. All of you. Here at the Tyrepower Manjimup Speedway. So Jet Downs and cuts off the front row. Bailey and Vandermeer will start row number 2. Your Australia versus New Zealand team captain of Baxter Truchet up there as well. So it's very, very messy start. I can't see this one getting let go. Cuts gets caught on the high side. I don't see this one getting let go by Chief Stewart at all. We'll see what happens here. As they go in, Vandermeer gets around sideways. He's going to let it run off turn number 2. And he's let the green go. So we're off green racing still. Out in front, Jet Downs. Luke Bailey in second place. Baxter Truchet, Riley Bain. Oscar Amato's moved forward a handful of positions. As that's lap number 1 down in the books.
Okay, in the lead still is Jet Downs. And in second place is Luke Bailey. In third is Baxel Truchet, sorry. In fourth place is 57, Riley Bain. And Oscar Amato in fifth place. And Jesse Hammond and Lacey.
Jesse Hammond and Harrison Bears.
And Harrison Bears behind. Round comes.
Keep going, you're doing good. Call the action as you see it. You're doing a good job. Doing a good job. Just read off my flow, right? So as they run down the back straight once again, Jet Downs out in front there from Luke Bailey. Big hole opening up in turn number 3. Hopefully nothing more too serious. Oscar Amato goes around the high side. But our Australian champion proving to everyone why he has a number 1 on the door. Absolutely mowing down Oscar Amato. But our top 3 have checked away. Baxter Truchet is trying to make a move for second. And you can throw a blanket over him, Jade.
Indeed you could.
Just call it by the number if you're more confident with that. Okay?
Yep.
So say the 15 car, the 1 car, the 81 car, okay?
Still in the lead is the number 89, the 15 behind, the 34 leading up behind. 81, 1, 5, 57, 20, 17, and 32, and following after is the number 37.
Yeah, good job, Jade. Now Jet Downs out in front coming through. Look how quick they run through turn number 3 and BJR equipment. You can throw the blanket over. The race is for the lead, and the race is for the 4th position. Oscar Amato under heaps of pressure from our Australian number 1 and number 3. Of course, our Australian number 2, Jakey Lehman, our WA champion, not here this weekend. As they run it down into turn number 3 and 4 once again. Out in front, Jet Downs out in front, showing them how it's done in the 89 machine. He was in Kingaroy as well. Back to Luke Bailey, back to Truchet. 3 wide across the track if you don't mind. Exciting racing here from the Top Star Junior Sedans. Go, Jay.
Yep, very exciting indeed. And still following in front is Jet Downs, number 89, and then 34. And chasing after 34's tail is 15, sorry. Number 1, 5, 81, 57, 20, and 17.
You got a pair of Cuts brothers at the back of the field, this one looking forward, but they're about to come into play with the white flag this time around. I'll let you bring Jet Downs home on his last lap.
All right. So, Jet Downs is in first place at this point, and coming through is Baxter Truchet, and following after second place is your heat winner, which is...
How'd you like that for a finish? So Jet Downs takes a heat win there. I know it can be a lot when they do that to you at the line, Jade. So Jet Downs takes the heat win. Ryan Bailey gets across the line just ahead of Baxter Truchet, Harrison Bears, Jesse Hammond, Oscar Amato, Riley Bain, towards the back of Wyatt Vandermeer, Zach Favreau, and a pair of Cuts kids looking forward to him. Jade, how'd you find that? Was that a bit
number
going
5
on
of Jesse Hammond will start this one off the pole. Outside him, the 89 of Jet Downs. Behind him, your Australian champion, Fire Right Signs, your Australian number 1 of Harrison Bears. Outside of Harrison Bears, starting in position Number 4 is the 15 of Luke Bailey. Inside third row, your Australia versus New Zealand team captain, 34 of Baxter Truchet. Oscar Amato outside him. Zach Favreau and Riley Bain will take out row number 4. Row number 5 looks like the 20 of Wyatt Vandermeer and a pair of cuts off the back row. Let's go racing for 20. Hammond to lead them away. Jesse Hammond will lead him down to turn number 1. Harrison Bears is going to try and sneak the nose down there. Jet Down slides up. The track goes so gently, which is going to cost him, which will allow Baxter Truchet. But Harrison Bears goes from third to first in one turn. As they come out of into turn number 3, that hole just a little bit down, settles Jet Downs. He manages to hold it together. But out in front, Harrison Bears will lead lap number 1 to 20. Coming through once again, Harrison Bears out in front. As I said, showing everyone why he is our Australian champion. Second place, Jesse Hammond. Baxter Truchet, Luke Bailey, Jet Downs, Oscar Amato back there too. There's just a list of mirages running through. It's like a freight train out in front. But out in front, Harrison Bear still leading this one away. Back from Jesse Hammond. Jet Downs gets caught up on the high side there. Having to manhandle that car back down the track. But down the back straight once again. Bit of a touch between Downs and Amato. But out in front, Harrison Bears back to Jesse Hammond. Baxter Truchet, Luke Bailey, Oscar Amato, Jet Downs, Zach Favreau, Riley Bain doing very well as well, and a pair of cuts kids at the back with the 37 of Till Cuts. Looking at the back of the train, looking forward. Very clean set of heels there from our Australian champion all night. Favreau runs it a little high, wide and handsome. Can Jesse Hammond run him down? Cuts, gets caught up over in 1 and 2, pulls it back together, keeps it off the wall. As Favreau runs up against the fence now as they run it through. They've spread him out. This is probably the most docile Top Star JSRA feature race I've ever had the pleasure of calling. A voice box I'm grateful for. I can save it for the 20-lap feature for the production sedans. But out in front now, your Australian champion Harrison Bears gap in the field. Jet Downs putting the pressure a little bit back on Oscar Amato as he'll look to the inside. Oscar runs it up on the high side. So they run it through once again. Lap traffic starting to come into play this time around. Harrison Bears and Jesse Hammond. Baxter Truchet in the 34. The 15 of Luke Bailey. Jet Downs gets around Oscar Amato on the 81. The 17 of Favreau. So they run it through once again. Harrison Bears putting on a clinic at the moment, way out in front. Jesse Hammond getting around cuts this time around. Harrison Bears puts another one in the books, comes through. All this wouldn't be possible with Manjimup Economy Parts. Economy Auto Parts, massive support as we go. Yellow. Just trying to pick out why. Must be debris on the raceway. Looks like an exhaust. So as we gear up for the restart, Harrison Bears will lead this one away from Jesse Hammond, Baxter Truchet, Luke Bailey, Oscar Amato, Riley Bain, the 17 of Faz Mechanical, number 17 of Zach Favreau, Wyatt Vandermeer, Till and Kalen Cuts, and Jet Downs at the back. Be one lap this time around. So Harrison Bear's done an amazing job so far tonight. Absolutely putting on a dominating performance in the Australia 1 car.
10 laps down, 10 to go.
10 laps down, 10 to go. Can Jesse Hammond get by our Australian champion? And we're off again. Harrison Bears leads him into turns 1 and 2. So they space themselves out now this time around. That whole catch backs to Trichet out just a little bit. Now, Luke Bailey under pressure from Oscar Amato. Great drive from Amato around the outside of the 15 machine. Can't quite get it done this time around. He'll drive it deep into turn 3 and 4. Bailey catches that hole on the way in. It's just unsettling a few cars. But Amato coming through, trying to make the low line work this time around. Great driving from the 81 machine. As Kalen Cutts leads his brother Till down the back straight anyway, once again, out in front. Here's our Australian champion. Jet Downs unable to move forward from the back of the bus bar 2 cars. But out in front this time around. Harrison Bears leads this one away from Jesse Hammond. From Baxter Truchet, Luke Bailey under pressure from Oscar Amato. Oscar choosing the higher line into turns 3 and 4. Can't make it happen this time around. Zach Favreau also putting the pressure on the 57 machine of Riley Bain. As they run it down the back straight once again. Harrison Bears about a 5-10 car length over Jesse Hammond. Hammond been doing the chasing the whole race. Harrison Bears has learned a whole new level of confidence with this Mitsubishi Mirage from his Hyundai XL, which is great to see. It was one of his first meetings back in the West with the number 1 on the car. As they run it down the back straight into the main straight once again. Out in front, Harrison Bears from Jesse Hammond, back to Truchet. Luke Bailey still getting pressured there from Oscar Amato. Jet Downs getting up close to that wall, wheeling that car hard now as he's going to try and drive it in as deep as he can. Bain and Favreau get together. That allows Jet Downs up on the back bumper of the 57 and the 17 machine. Favreau slides up in front. Jet Downs doing everything he can. Only moved forward 3 spots from being sent to the rear this time around. As he gets underneath, Favreau can't make it stick this time through. Harrison Bears puts another logbook in the boot. Be white flag next time around for Harrison Bears. He's led this from go to woe. He comes through. Big hit from the 89 on the 17. So that's going to be an interesting call from our chief stewards. Oscar Amato unfortunately retires to the infield. So white flag this time around. 1 lap left for our Australian champion. Jesse Hammond's got all the work to do. Lap cars are in play. Baxter Truchet, the 15 car of Bailey. But it's been all Harrison Bears. So Harrison Bears has led this one go to away. Your Australian champion takes the JSRA feature race in the books. He'll be a feature winner. Back from Jesse Hammond. Baxter Truchet back for 3rd. Luke Bailey for 4th. 57 of Riley Bain. Across the line is the 89, but I've got a funny feeling there's a relegation coming on for the 89. So the 89 relegated 2 spots, so then it will be Wyatt Vandermeer, Zach Favreau, then Jet Downs. And then both the Cutts car, unfortunately the 81 Oscar Amato not going the distance.